Prepare to get gassed because it's time for the Week in Gear! This week, a classic pedal gets a rather pricey update. I discover a new guitar player that I probably should already be aware of, and Quilter Labs gives us another reason to go direct. Now, let's kick off this week's most exciting Guitar Gear releases with my favorite pairing of artist and brand since John Mayer and Hellman's. Orange Amplifiers, in collaboration with Orianthi, have just announced, wait for it, the Ori Vrb. Brilliant. The Ori Vrb is a 2x12 combo based on the Orange Reverb Mark III 50, but with a few little tweaks. Biggest tweak being the fact that it's not actually orange or black, which Orange also do sometimes, but it's a white patterned Tolex. I think it's gorgeous. Tonally, the amp has a cleaner mid-range warmth, which is more suited to Orianthi's blues rock tones, and it comes with a pair of Celestion Neo Creamback speakers and EL34 tubes. I don't know if it actually does sound much different to the regular Reverb Mark III, 50 Mark III, but that's what it says on the Orange website. It does for sure have a valve-driven effects loop, a foot-switchable spring reverb, and amazingly and rather usefully, a built-in attenuator for getting more out of the amp at a low volumes. Orange is saying that it's light for a 2x12 combo due to the 15mm Baltic birch plywood, and the Neo Celestion speakers, which are lighter than regular speakers. It's the lightweight version of the regular Creambacks. But this amp still comes in at 31 kilograms, so it's almost as heavy as a Vox AC30 and is in fact a little bit heavier than my Marshall Blues Breaker. So it is certainly not a grab and go. I honestly don't know what Orange are thinking calling this lightweight. Maybe they've been, working out recently and, I don't know, lifting heavy amps and then picking this one up. But it is true that if these weren't neodymium magnet speakers, then this would be even heavier and quite possibly too heavy to be a combo. But there is no but. I don't know why I said that. But however strong you are, I would say 31 kilos is pretty hefty. If you're wondering how much the Ori Vrb costs, hold on to your PRS custom because this is coming in at around 3,000 notes, which, well, that is a lot of money, but it's also about the same price as the standard Reverb 50 Mark III. So it's good and refreshing to see a company such as Orange not chucking on a load of additional artist techs. Gamechanger Audio have released their Auto series. This currently consists of the Auto Reverb, the Auto Chorus, and the Auto Delay. And be warned, they look like a combination of a pedal, a game system from the 1980s, and a modular synth. Gamechanger Audio say that the Auto Series pedals are a, quote, fusion of classic audio effects and groundbreaking parameter automation, end quote. It seems that their name is no joke, because Gamechanger also say that the Auto Series reimagines what a pedal can be, which is a huge claim. But if you watch the announcement video, I challenge you to not get at least a little bit excited about these pedals, and at the very least excited about how they shot that video. I think it's brilliant. When I first saw these, the big question for me was, how are they auto? And I can answer that question for you and for me right now, because it seems that each pedal has two onboard automation sources that can produce an automation signal based on the elements of your playing. Number one is the dynamics engine, which means you can automate things by picking harder or softer. Number two is the pitch engine. I don't know why I did that. I was thinking Thomas Percy the pitch engine. Oh God. The pitch engine, which will automate parameters according to your note choice and the general timbre of your tone. And because each pedal has a little thingy patch bay interface, you can use these automations to control any of the 4 primary effect knobs. Simply put, this is not the kind of pedal that you want to be plugging into your pedal board 5 minutes before a gig or a recording session. That would be a big mistake. Okay, back to that release video. I really enjoyed the music in it. It was super creative and certainly different to what I'm used to hearing and creating. So I took some inspiration from it. And maybe these pedals could be just what you need to spark that level of creativity needed to push your music to the next level. Oh God, I'm glad I don't work directly in marketing. But if you're blaming your lack of musical success on your gear, then this could be the series of pedals to change that. These are a pedal tweaker's dream, and if you look at it in terms of modular synths and other pedals that could be on this list this week, maybe, at 270 notes, I don't think that this Auto series is out of reach for anyone who understands truly what these pedals can do and how to use them to their fullest. That being said, if you're just after a regular reverb, chorus, or delay, these probably are not for you. No sponsor this week because everybody's on holiday, sunning themselves and having a jolly good time, which incidentally is what I'll be doing next week. So there's no twig next week. Take the week off. Sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves. Play some guitar maybe. And if you play some guitar and you find yourself needing to pick up your phone or something, why not stick a little like on this video? And if you haven't subscribed already, why not? Subscribe to the channel and earn yourself 17 internet points. The Direct amp from Quilter Labs is not actually an amp, but it is an amp simulator. So this is a preamp designed to go in between your pedal board and a PA system or headphones or recording device. And to use something that you might be familiar with, it's a bit like the Walrus ACS1 or the Strymon Iridium, but this one is analog. There are 3 amp voices on board, a crunchy Marshall, a chimey Vox, or a warm Fender, which is words from Quilter, and I wouldn't call Fender warm unless it's a tweed. I don't know, I haven't played it yet. But there are also 3 types of speakers, 3 types of cabs, a 3-band EQ, an effects loop, and, well, there's so many specs, in fact, that Victor, could you just put the specs up on screen? That saves us wasting time. Thank you very much. Now, I've mentioned that this is a completely analog signal chain from input to output when it comes to the guitar part, but Quilter don't seem to be pushing that as a marketing thing, which is unusual these days. So if it is totally analog, well done, Quilter, you're not stuffing it down our throats. Thanks. It does, however, have a little wireless switch, which at first confused me, and I thought maybe it came with one of those little senders you plug in your guitar, but that's actually just to receive a Bluetooth signal from your phone or something like that for playing along with backing tracks, etc. Very glad to see that it runs on 9 volts, so it will be easily powered by any existing power supply you've got on your board because it only needs 250 milliamps, which most power supplies should be capable of. I've heard about the legendary quality of Quilter amps for many years, but I've only started playing their stuff this year. And although I haven't yet played this Direct amp, there is one winging its way to me very soon. And if the sounds have been worked on as hard as they've worked on the Quilter stuff that I have played, then I have very high expectations. This is not a budget product. This is going for about 470 notes over here in Europe and around 400 notes in the US. And if you want to find out the exact price near you, there are, of course, links in the video description, first comment, and floating around your screen down there somewhere, depending on which device you're watching this on. Maybe a microwave. Okay, now here is a guitar that belongs directly under the label Beautiful. The D'Angelico Deluxe Bobby Weir 3 might be a mouthful, but it's also an eyeful. Available in Satin Trans Wine, which is red, and Matte Stone, which is kind of a grey blue, this is one heck of a looker. It's a single cutaway, semi-hollow big body this way, but a little slim body that way. We're talking 2 TV Jones humbuckers that have a push-pull splittable capability on the tone knobs, and along with the tone knobs there are 2 volume knobs, but it also has a master volume up here and a 3-way switch. Let's talk woods. It's got laminated maple top, back and sides for the body, a 3-piece maple, walnut, maple set neck with a C shape, and a 16-inch radius ebony fretboard with 22 frets. The tuners are Grover locking tuners. It's got a Bigsby style tremolo system, which is actually the D'Angelico Shield tremolo, which I had to look up because I hadn't heard of it before, but it looks pretty good. If you're not familiar with Bob Weir, then you might be familiar with John Mayer, who plays with Dead & Company, which is related to the Grateful Dead, and Bob Weir was a founding member of the Grateful Dead. So there you go. That's Bobby's job. The price of this guitar is around 2,000 notes. And if you're a big fan of Bob's, then you might be interested in the signed edition for 4,000 notes. But let's go back to the normal, unsigned 2,000 note version. These guitars are made in Korea, and with these specs, I would put this guitar in the area of, say, a Gretsch White Falcon, which retail for about double the price of this D'Angelico. Now, I'm not sure if those two guitars equate to each other, but that's how I like to look at it. And when wondering about the price of this guitar, that's how I can make sense of it and kind of defend the price of the D'Angelico. I understand it's a lot of money, but with these specs and being an artist model, I think 2K is a decent asking price, but I think a lot of you are going to be hard to convince on that one. Once again, I'm sold mostly on the looks of this one, particularly the red one. And if you are pretty much penniless and can't play guitar very well, if you get one of these, at least you're going to look good doing it. Oh, and it comes with a hard case.
Andy's Pick of the Week.
While we're on the subject of convincing people to spend some money, here comes a super expensive pedal. The POG 3 from Electro-Harmonix. This is a super tweakable, super powerful version of the EHX classic polyphonic octave effect, the POG. This POG 3 has 6 separate voices. Here we go. Dry, -2 octaves, -1 octave, plus a fifth, plus an octave, plus 2 octaves. That's a lot of stuff. Actually, when I was researching the specs of the POG 3 on the EHX website, I genuinely got lost in the sound samples, which doesn't happen all that often. So if you need some respite from your daily life, or you just want to dream about owning this pedal and what you could sound like, sit back, relax, go to EHX's website and have a listen to this bad boy. In fact, the POG 3 has so many specs that listing them would take quite a while, but know that it's got mono in, stereo out, attack, filter, detune, and an OLED graphical display, expression and CV input, and a USB-C port for interfacing with the EHX port app. You want polyphonic stereo octaves? This does it. You want your guitar to sound like a cathedral organ? Now you can. Do you want to create a pad and then play over it? The POG 3 will do it. Are you tired of bending your own strings? Well, this POG 3 can bend them for you. POG 3 does stuff. Now, even though this is hugely, highly expensive at around 600 notes, it is the ultimate POG. And I don't think there's anything else on the market that does what this does in the way that it does it. So if you need one, you need this one. That being said, if you're just a more meat and potatoes kind of guitar player, you might not find a use for this. So just stick with your Tube Screamer and be happy. However, imagine pairing this with one or all of those Gamechanger Auto series, and you might just end up forgetting to eat or sleep ever again. As always, links are in the video description, first comment and floating around the screen, and if you buy something with them, you will help support the channel at no extra cost to you. Speaking of support, here are the wonderful people that support the show on Patreon. Their names are up on the screen right now. Hello, everybody. And these people support the show right here on YouTube because they've joined the channel membership. Hello to you as well. Thank you very much. It always sounds disingenuous when I say that, but thank you. I really do mean it. If you're seeing these people's names and feeling left out and wondering why your name isn't up there, then you can get your name up there just by clicking the join button right here on YouTube, or by visiting my Patreon link in the video description. And here's a special thanks to the top tier members. One breath. Let's see if I can do it without actually failing. These are pre-breaths. I've been watching the Olympics. It's what the swimmers and those people do. Josh Tamberg, Sarang Narayan, Southern Panda 33, PQ Deads, Andrew Morgan, Dustin Bonney, Gary O'Neill, Doug Paget, Alinta Boston, Boom Shakalaka, Dirk. This prank is officially sponsored by Jason Welch, Bzzl, Michael Mike Loot Lerner, Buddha Blue, Hughie Rection, Pop's Place, Robin Kelly. Who have I forgotten? April Kurtz and Johnny McBadminton. That was all one breath. It really was. Thank you, top tier members. It's good to know that you're out there and helping me develop my lung capacity. Remember, you don't need any of this gear to sound good, but who am I to decide that for you? There's a subscribe button, there's a video, and I will see you in the next one, which is not next week because I'm on holiday. See you in a couple of weeks. Bye-bye! I'm on my holidays, oh yeah, I got my shorts on.